Well, officially live now with Woody Haiken. So Woody, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Um, I'm a massage therapist. I I go back far enough. In another life, I was a graphic artist, and I sort of had a convoluted path into massage therapy, which I had wanted to be a. I actually got into grad school, into a doctoral program for psychology.
Wow.
And but unfortunately, I chose the wrong program and ended up having to leave after a semester. And I went into massage therapy because it gave me a way of having a flexible income with flexible hours, so that this is what the theory was. It didn't work in theory. So that I could go back to grad school. And I fell in love with the field. I found that I had a gift with my hands, and I loved massage therapy. And so I ended up building a successful massage therapy practice. But that part of me that's always wanted to help people through changing their lives and changing their thinking was always there. And I studied to become a life coach. And so where I am right now is I'm a life coach that works with massage therapists.
And with you being a graphic artist before, how do you incorporate that into your practice now? Have you done any designs or anything, or your logos, or do you design your own logos then too?
Well, the Growing Practice logo, I designed it.
Okay.
I do my own website. I've designed my both websites. I designed the one for Well and Fit and the one for the Growing Practice. Anything that I need to design, I'm not going to. As I say to people, I have an in-house art department.
Okay. And you can never go wrong with that, can you? And I see that you offer complimentary coaching sessions. What happens during one of these sessions, would you say?
Actually, I find the complimentary coaching sessions to be probably the most exciting thing that I do. It's where I get to know people who, well, I don't even, I say they're prospective clients, but I don't regard them as prospective clients. I regard them as clients. And so the session is not really me trying to sell somebody on my services. The session is me providing my services for anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. We spend time getting to know each other. I start off with a very, very important piece. I have them fill out a questionnaire that tells me about their business and it tells me about themselves. And I use that as a springboard to find out, really, I want to know where somebody is with their business, and even more importantly, where they want to go, what their dreams are. So I ask them to tell me about their dream practice. I know usually people, one of the questions is where are you now financially? Where do you want to be a year from now, 3 years, 5 years? And a lot of times people have numbers that are pretty low. And I said, well, I want you to, instead of dream about what you think it can be, put the how aside. That belongs to the universe. And dream big. What does your practice look like if you didn't have to worry about how it was going to happen? So the sessions are really inspirational. I mean, not only for the client, but also for me. Because when I see that shift, where somebody suddenly sees that, yes, it can work for me. Yeah, I can have the law of attraction work in my life. It's really, really exciting. And just about every single one of these complimentary sessions has had that aha moment and has had that great shift. So, yeah, that's about some of what it is. It's mainly just about inspiring others.
And do you usually do it over the phone then, or webcam, or how do you usually do your complimentary ones?
They're done over the phone.
Okay, over the phone.
Or they are now, but after this, maybe I will try doing it
Yeah.
Skype
Yeah.
video so that they can see my face while I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
I can see theirs.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit more personable too, you know, so you can connect to the person.
So.
Yep, definitely. With your sessions that you've done already, what do you think is, I mean, the average price that people think they want to make per year? Because you mentioned earlier that kind of a dollar figure.
People usually will shoot for, a year from now, sometimes 30,000, sometimes 40. I've had a few people that, a year from now said something higher, like 60 or 80. But usually, usually what people put down as their goal is something that would make them put them in a place where they can pay their bills.
So they just want to be comfortable.
More than something that is a stretch.
Okay.
And again, it's because they're always thinking about plausibility. They're looking at what their circumstances are, what their belief system is right now, and they're giving an answer based on what they believe about themselves at the moment.
Yep. What I notice too is even when I talk to my students about what's going on, when I teach them the business of massage, I mean, they seem a little bit frustrated because they think they're going to be making all this money, but in reality, it's kind of a downer they have to work for it a little bit. Because sometimes they're looking $60 an hour, or I only have to work a few hours a week kind of thing to make a decent living and stuff. And do you try to make people put in that scenario too? How many massages you need to do each week in order to make a certain amount of money then, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, you need to do a certain number. I mean, and the other thing is, I mean, I see people on the other end of the spectrum where they're already at capacity for the number of sessions. And then, to those people I point out, well, there's only so much your body can handle. Usually when people reach that point where they're doing, say, 15 to 20 sessions a week,